How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Sinister Custom Cycles, the Comment Corner, Episode 2. So today we have 3 comments. One of those comments is going to be one of the biggest comments that I've had in almost 3 years of doing this, which you probably already know by the thumbnail on the video. It's going to be, what's better, 2-stroke or 4-stroke? So let's get right in the comments and get right into it. Alright, first comment comes to us from Big Bulldozer. Do you think it is possible to install a pit bike engine on a bike? First question is, what is a horizontal 4-stroke? This is a regular motorized 49cc 4-stroke overhead valve engine. So what's a horizontal 4-stroke? So this is a horizontal 4-stroke engine, otherwise better known as a pit bike engine. As you can see, it's a lot longer than a regular overhead valve motorized bike 49cc 4-stroke. Okay, can you put a pit bike engine on a regular bike? Yes. Is it feasible? Probably not. So regular 4-stroke motorized bike engines fit in this area absolutely perfect. 2-stroke would even take up less space, probably half if not more, or less than half of a regular 4-stroke engine for a motorized bike. But when you start getting into a pit bike engines it's a horizontal 4-stroke, so they're a lot longer because they're horizontal instead of overhead. So to make a pit bike engine work on a frame like this, you probably have to take this down tube here and move the bottom back to give you a little bit more room here, and then you probably still have to do something with this tube here to have enough room to put a pit bike engine in. Plus there's no kit mounts out there for those engines into this bike because there is so much fabrication involved to make it work. So then you're going to have to get into your own brackets and everything like that. By the time you do all that, I mean, you basically might as well just buy a motorcycle. So another thing that comes into play is, granted, they do come in a variety of cc sizes, starting at 49cc, but a lot of them are 125cc, 155 high output cc. Anything over 49cc is just, you're going to destroy your bike in a couple twists of the throttle. Even 49cc engines aren't made for a regular bicycle. It's just within the realm of what a bike will take. Anything over that is just overkill in my opinion, and I definitely wouldn't recommend it if you want to be safe. The pit bike engines, I mean, if you see it in videos, if you rode a pit bike, you know they have an unbelievably amount of power. If you're going to be safe on a bike, pit bike engines are not the way to go. You're going to be looking at 40, 50, 60, and sometimes even more than that when you start getting into your 155 cc's. If you do want a pedal bike that'll take that, it's going to have to be specially designed. The only company that I know that really hit the nail on the head is motopeds.com. They built a bike that adapts to a pit bike engine, 2 bolts, it's on, hook up some wires in your throttle, fuel line, you're set to go. Other than that, I wouldn't try it on a bike like this. Okay, second comment comes from Thrax Mermillion. Is there a sprocket adapter that will work with an hourglass shaped hub? I would have to have one that could mount to the center of the hub as the hub tapers bigger towards the sprockets. Okay, so the answer to your question is yes, they absolutely do make adapters that will adapt to hubs more commonly found on like a mountain bike or a multi-speed bike. So when you have a single hub or single speed hub like this with a built-in coaster brake, as you can see, it's the same size all the way through and end on the hub inside the spokes. There's no tapering or anything like that. But when you start getting into a multi-speed bike, okay, now as you can see with this hub, you can see a little bit of a taper on each side of the hub inside the spokes. This is, like I said, more commonly found on a bike where you have multiple speeds. So obviously a regular adapter is not going to work on a tapered hub. So if you do have a tapered hub and you need something, they actually do make them. Same spot that makes these adapters, which is going to be mmbikeparts.com. He actually does make, it's a spacer kit that goes inside here or over your hub, and it makes up for that taper and makes it straight across, so an adapter will fit on there. It's for most hubs. I don't think he makes one for every hub, since there's a lot of different hubs out there, a lot of custom hubs out there. But worst comes to worst, if you have the exact dimensions and everything, I don't think he'd be necessarily opposed to possibly doing a custom adapter for you. I've asked him things like that in the past, and he's definitely been open to it. So I'd reach out and see what he can do for you. Again, it's mmbikeparts.com or Manic Mechanic. Okay, the third and final comment of the day comes to us from Yoda Dragon King. Why are 4 strokes better than 2 strokes? Alright everyone, here's the answer you've been waiting for. Why are 4 strokes better than 2 strokes? They're not necessarily. And you can flip that around. Why are 2 strokes better than 4 strokes? Same answer. They're not really. And here's why. So comparing a 2-stroke to a 4-stroke is like comparing a sports car to a lifted off-road 4-wheel drive truck. Totally different things we're talking about here. So basically, the guy that's driving a sports car really is going to care less about a lifted truck, and the guy that's driving a lifted truck probably is going to care about the sports car. He wants to drive down the road and be able to drive over a June bug and not tear the bottom of his car off. So 2 strokes and 4 strokes, same idea. Let's start off with 2 strokes. So a lot of people that comment on my earlier video, 2 strokes versus 4 strokes, just can't stand me because I have a lot of my own enthusiasm and my own interest in mind for 4 strokes over the 2 strokes. Personally, I can't stand 2 strokes, but there's a lot of people out there that do, and they had some good feedback. So a lot of people love to tinker. I like to tinker with these, just not into the depth of tearing apart engines and rebuilding them all the time. 2 strokes, you have the ability, you have extreme simplicity with the build of a 2-stroke engine. Super easy to tear apart, super easy to put back together, tune, things like that. Not to mention a 2-stroke motorized bike engine, or any 2-stroke engine for that matter, is like the Honda Civics of motorized bike engines. There's really no limitation to accessories and parts and everything that you can do to make them better and faster and louder and whatever else that you want to do to a 2-stroke. So a lot of people like, I don't know, pretending like they're in the NHRA or anything. A lot of people race 2 strokes. I know out on the West Coast they actually have motorized bike races. So if you want to be like the NHRA, race and then go home and tear your engine apart and then put it back together again, or keep on getting new parts to try and push the limits and see how fast you can get a tiny little engine to go, 2 strokes are for you. There's absolutely nothing that can compete with them in those senses. A 4-stroke for parts, about the only thing you can buy is an air filter. A custom air filter with a chrome cap on it that's not going to do jack shit for performance. It's going to look kind of cool, maybe, but that's about it. 2 strokes, I mean, the sky's the limit. Now there are some things that are down about it. You got your fuel mixture, where if you don't mix your fuel right, you're going to take out every mosquito for a 5-block radius with the smoke. Again, some people don't mind that, and if you mix your fuel correctly, you won't really have hardly any smoke at all. Then you got the noise. One comment, I had just got a chuckle out of this. All he said was brap. Okay, what the fuck is a brap? So, good, you can take a 2-stroke and brap all you want. Good for you. Again, a lot of people like it. You got your custom pipes. I mean, like I said, the list is endless. You have your fuel mixture, you have the noise, you have the extra vibration. Some people have really great luck with longevity on a 2-stroke. They will say, oh, I've been riding this thing for 6 years. Okay, how many miles a year do you put on? 5 miles a year? Awesome. But in all reality, there are some engines that go for thousands of miles without issues on it. Same with the 4-strokes. I've had nothing but luck with longevity on mine. 5,000 plus miles, still going with no issues whatsoever. It's to each to own. Now, 4-strokes is simplicity, reliability, dependability, and you don't have to do anything to them. build it and pretty much change oil once or twice a year, put gas in it, and that's about it. I like that. I like pulling up to a pump, putting the gas in, boom, done. I like putting light together and not having to rebuild the engine or anything like that. I like having it quiet. I like having dependability. A lot of times I'll go out on trails where I'm 10, 20 miles from anything or anyone. I don't want to have to sit there and carry a bag of tools with me because I have something that's built for performance, which when you do that, you're going to get into less reliability. So for me, 4 strokes have it. A lot of people 2 strokes have it, and that's awesome. So there really is no good answer what's better. It all depends on the person. And like with anything you buy, I don't care if it's a 2-stroke, a 4-stroke, car, house, I don't care what it is, pair of shoes. You get what you pay for. A lot of people say you spend too much. I found this kit for $63 on eBay. Awesome. How long is it going to last you though? I have a lot of comments from people that got that same deal and they're asking me questions. Well, what's wrong? It doesn't start. Well, it's blowing oil out the side. Well, it runs like shit. You spent $63 on an entire kit. That's pretty much your issue right there. Again, it doesn't matter what it is, spend a little bit of extra money. If you like tinkering, cool. Maybe a cheap 2-stroke will be great for you. Just plan on buying the rest of the parts along with it to make it something that's decent. If you don't want to tinker but you want the 2-stroke, plan on paying $200 or $300 for a custom built, fully built engine that's going to give you the best of both worlds. It's going to give you more reliability and dependability, and it's also going to give you that performance. So really look through your options and really choose carefully depending on what you're doing with it. Thanks a lot everyone for watching another episode of the Comment Corner. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/SCCMN. And then also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon.